Hi everyone, Sean Waldman with Secure Cyber, and this is your weekly cyber update. Well, Microsoft had to issue an emergency update due to a bunch of Azure VMs that were freezing. Microsoft issued an emergency out-of-band update to address a major issue infecting Hyper-V on Windows Server 2022. The bug caused confidential Azure virtual machines to freeze or reboot unexpectedly, requiring manual recovery. The update supersedes the May 2025 cumulative patch and must be installed manually. Not a good day for Microsoft from that perspective, and it wasn't necessarily anything cybersecurity related, but we wanted to bring this up because it was impactful enough to let everybody know that this is what happened and that they're an emergency fix. The U.S. government has issued information about a Quackbot arrest, which included not only Qakbot, but a bunch of other arrests in ransomware gangs. On May 22nd, the U.S. government indicted Rutan Galimov, the Russian mastermind behind the notorious Quackbot Malware operation. The Qakbot Botnet infected more than 700,000 computers and played a key role in the ransomware attacks by groups like Conti, Revil, and Black Basta. Authorities have seized over 24 million in cryptocurrency from this guy and linked him to hundreds of global victims. Now, this is way more impactful than I think it seems. That's a lot of domains, 700,000 computers that were infected by these ransomware gangs. But the impacts are outside of the ones that were listed. So they listed Conti, Revil, and Black Basta. There are others. So what happens is a lot of these ransomware groups, like these guys, like Revil and Black Basta and Conti, and then they splinter into a bunch of other ones that have other names. So some of the cases that we've been on and investigated were impacted by this. At the time of some of the takedowns that were going on in 2023 actually interfered with a number of investigations that we were trying to do because the U.S. government was in the background taking down a lot of these organizations going back to 2023. So one of the things that we asked our researchers to look at is there's been a lot of items in the news recently with ransomware gangs getting arrested and a lot of prosecutions happening. So we're going to put a special episode together where we can just kind of go over all the arrests that have been made because it's great news. It's good news that we're able to make this progress now and get some of these guys held accountable and break up some of these gangs. Now, do they splinter into other ones and create new ones? Yes, they do, but we still have to continue to make the progress, and so far, it's good news. So an interesting headline, TikTok has been used in order to spread malware, and this is how. So cyber criminals are abusing TikTok to spread info-stealing malware like Vidar and StealC by posting viral videos that instruct viewers to run PowerShell commands. These click-fix attacks trick users into thinking they're enabling premium features in apps like Spotify or CapCut, but instead they're downloading malware that steals credentials, crypto wallets, and more. You have to be really careful. There are a lot of videos that you watch nowadays, even outside of TikTok, whether they might be Facebook Reels or Instagram Reels, where there's a lot of how-to type stuff that's being broadcast. So creators are creating content that show you how to do things in Excel and so on. In this particular case, threat actors are showing you how to do things on your computer with PowerShell that are falsely leading you to believing that you're fixing something or enabling, like they said, premium features, but instead you're actually downloading malware onto your computer. So don't ever accept how-to type stuff online and then just blindly start doing all the things that they tell you to do, because this might be something that you're introducing. As a matter of fact, one of the videos that they looked at had over 500,000 views. So the adoption of the video showing you how to enable premium features using PowerShell commands can be very enticing, but can lead to criminal content. So the last article we're going to bring up today is something that happens more often than I think you realize. There is a threat actor out there right now that's circulating fake ZenMap and Win MRT sites targeting IT staff with Bumblebee Malware. Now, what does that mean? So a new search engine optimization or SEO poisoning campaign is targeting IT professionals by cloning download sites for popular tools like ZenMap and WinMRT. So when users visit these fake sites and download what appears to be legitimate software, they're actually downloading Bumblebee Malware. It's a loader used by ransomware gangs for network access and lateral movement. So we investigated a case back in 2023 for this exact same situation. It wasn't ZenMap and WinMRT. In this case that we had, it was actually Wireshark. So IT professionals, be on the lookout. You are a huge target because threat actors know that you're online and you're searching for tools and you're trying to download things in order to fix problems and everything that's involved in your day-to-day. But unfortunately, the bad guys are also after and onto what you're doing, and they're doing these types of activities where they're trying to get you to click on stuff and download material that actually contains, this all leads to ransomware. So you could very unintentionally just invite somebody into your network. That's all we have for this week. I really appreciate your time. Please like and subscribe to these videos. Share them amongst your network. We are growing, but at a very low rate. And I'd like to hear your feedback as to why you think that. So if there's suggestions for future videos, if you like this content, and or you have suggestions for new material or things that you'd like to see us go into deeper on, that's one of the things that we haven't done. So we haven't gone into these deep investigative type things, keeping it at the surface and just talking about headlines. But if you think that shouldn't be the case, please let us know. We'd love to hear from you, and I love answering comments. And hey, let's be careful out there.